Hey, welcome to Frederick's Workshop. My name is Jason, and this is Shop Tour 2023. So a few things that I've done is, on the outside, is just paint. It's only got one coat. You can kind of, I don't know if you can kind of, I can see on this camera here, the little, like right here, right there, that needs a second coat. But the green and the brown, still need to add the trim here, and I haven't even touched this side for paint. But, you know, from the front side, this is the side, but from the front side, it matches the house. So, just gotta do some finishing up. Now, let's get this thing open. Come on, one-handed is not easy to do here. Okay, there's that. This is just to help hold the doors closed because they're, you know, the wind. And then just latch this guy over here. And then keys. Now the bad thing is when I walk in, I only come out here during the daylight. So for the most part, well, some wintertime mornings, it gets dark in here. But the light switch for me is, unfortunately, way over here. And the new feature is light switch turns on the lights, and the fan has a box fan with the filter on it. Now it's upside down, so I can reach the control. We'll turn it on low for now. At least it gives a little bit of breeze in here as well. So we will start in this corner here. Something I did add before last year, or since last year, is a step. It's just 3 pieces of the pallet, where that part of the pallet, those 3, so the 2 sides in the middle, and then just some slats on there. Now I got a step to get in and out. So here in the corner is a miter station. So it's not much of a station, but this guy just lives anywhere I put it. Move you out of the way. So when I need it, it's on wheels. I roll it out. Adjust the wheels a little bit there, like that. So lock the wheels in. And then if I need to, it's got a swinging arm that I can use stop block and a clamp to keep my distances, my measurements. But there's a video on this guy when I built it. So yeah, so that. And then dust collection, which I hardly ever use. We'll go through that later. But yeah, so this is in the corner here. Like I said, it's movable because it's only 10 by 12 shop, so it's small. I need to move it around. Above it, my air tank. So it's a second one I've had. First one died quickly. Cheap Harbor Freight. This one's a cheap Walmart, but it doesn't what it needs. It's on a switch, so I don't have to try to find the one on the actual tank. Just flip the switch and it goes, and then I just put this guy in here to coil the hose up on. Wife got me the sign there, which is going to go on the door eventually, but I got stuff to do to get that up there first, but it just lives there. And then my square, my utility knife right there, and that just lives there. And move over to the table saw. This is a new guy. I added this thing, I guess before or after Christmas. So far, love it. And then I put in my Cobalt router table. It fit in just nice. There's some videos on how to do that, but all you do is you take the legs off, get you a couple of bolts, because they line up just about perfect. You have to drill the holes in the table just to get those, but that's where those other holes are in that. and then it just rests on this bar here and the stuff there. So it works good. I'm liking it right here. It plugs in all the way over there. Dust collection is not set up on this, so when it goes, it's just a huge mess. And the dust collection here just goes up, which I need to readjust and fix all that. This is the little shelf that I put for you guys to watch from. There's a couple of those around here, but there's one of them, and it's just a piece of cedar. Some brad nails holding it in. And a peg to hold my zero clearance for my dado, and the wrench for changing the blade. And push stick stuff goes right here because that's where it's at. Sign from the wife again. Plans for something for later, much later. Fire extinguisher, amp, plugging myself in, my keys, stuff that goes over here. Playing some music. That hasn't changed. I did add, I finished up all this wall here, which is just pallet wood from here up, and then just MDF all across here. But it does have insulation then. From the door to here is all insulated. I need to do the roof. Once again, that's later. And then there's insulation in here and behind that little bit right there. You can kind of see some insulation, but nothing else the rest of the way around. Scrap wood storage right in my way, so I just got to be careful. I'm trying to use a table saw. The only bad thing so far is the table saw. I don't have a lot of room between here and here. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4, a little over 4 feet, counting ceiling or floor tiles. So if anything's too long, I can't do much. So I have to do it all, cut it down, however, and then start doing it on here. So I try to do all my stuff small. Eventually, that will be a door once again, but I haven't got that, and that'll at least help with some of the wood running through here, because then it'll at least come through and maybe out the door. I may have to slide it over just a tickle to get it out that door in this situation, but that's alright. So there's that. And then we will move over this direction. Bandsaw. I've got a Win, what is it, 10? 12 inch? I don't know which one it is. I'm not seeing newer. Oh, here we go, done here. There we go. It's the Win 10-inch bandsaw. So far, pretty good. I replaced the blade because I was doing something stupid. Snapped the blade. So, but I already had purchased a couple of cheap things off of Amazon for resawing. So now I just got to use it. I'm going to try some resawing of some Osage. So I got that there. Backup blade for if I break this one. And then from there, we move here to the orbital sander. So normally it's not plugged in, but I'm using it for a project over here. So the cord just winds up around here, and then I've got them all labeled 800, 600, 40, and stuff in between. Some extra sandpaper up here. The workbench with the current project, which is the toy box, Purple Heart, and then underneath it, Disaster. But the workbench is it's a 2 foot by 4 foot sheet of I don't know what, birch plywood that I got on top, and then just a cheap piece of whatever the cheapest plywood is, the second sheet right here to add a little bit of sturdiness. And then so if I need to replace this, it's not glued down, it's only screwed down. I don't know how many screws I got in here, but there's some screws. I just pop the screws out, take that one, throw it away, get a new sheet, drop it right back on. Added the Irwin vise at some point. Don't remember when. Just some red oak in here that I had spare. And then this right here is going to get nothing on this side, but over here I'm thinking about adding some more drawers or something, but just haven't got around to it yet. It's pretty sturdy. It doesn't move when I do anything, so it's a good, to me it's a good setup. So right above that we got my branding. So when I'm done with the project, I just flip the switch, burn it. My bench cookie thing, modeled after Gary's. Mine sucks. His is awesome. I'm going to redo this eventually because I can't get my bench cookies out very well. I just don't have. I didn't cut it down deep enough in here. And, oh, there you go. No, I just did nice. See, yeah, call me a liar. And then one of the screws that's inside here holding it is in the way to do. But either way, it's in the way. Finishing gloves I just got hanging there. My wrench from Ansel Rescue. Files if I need any. My tape measure hangs right there. For my little girl. My SketchUp marker, I think, for the toy box. Glue, stuff, face wax, bits. Sorry, Chris, over a glimpse inside, I stole your idea here and just made some. I made 2 of them and then slide the 3rd one in the middle. Continuing over here, we got a bucket with the cyclone on there from Harbor Freight, and the Harbor Freight shop back up there. There's a review on they did on that, and it's still running really good. I'll just continue the dust collection. I had to replace this hose because the other one was just too short to reach, so I need to pin that up better right there. It's just kind of draped across there, and then draped across, and it goes into this setup here. So I got my branches and the 2 blast gates here. This blast gate goes to the bandsaw, this one goes to the miter. This one doesn't have blast gate here to the table saw, it just comes down to where the blast gate is on right here. So I need to rearrange these. As you can see, this isn't in the way too much because I don't go here. This one I can duck underneath, so it's not in the way. It's plenty height wise. I just walk right through here, no problem. But I still want to make it look nicer and stuff eventually. Not a high priority. As you can see, it's still dusty as hell. But that was all way before I added this guy here. So we'll see how much better that makes it eventually, once I get a good cleaning in here. Continuing on, I just hung up some. So I put these 3 for wood storage up a long time ago. And then recently I added these just pieces right here just for the clamps, because I didn't have any place to hang clamps. Clamps were, and you may have seen them in the past, squeeze clamped onto here, squeeze clamped onto just the studs. I had my bar clamps hanging above the door here, just all up in the way. So I made this, which doesn't give me a lot of space here, but it's out of the way. First aid kit. So lumber storage, I put in 2 more bars here. Like I know Matt over at 731's got that, and I don't remember what the brand is, with the orange bar, aluminum, steel, whatever it is, set up, but basically that, but just wood screwed into studs. Purple heart, Osage, cedar. Now the only bad thing is this is the size I can really reach, is this. So I have to get my stool out to get the like cedar down stuff, but it's out of my way. You got to store upwards. I don't have a good spot to store these guys yet. My bar clamps, which I did a review on those things. I like them. Got a little modifying I got to do, but I like them. Drill press, cheap Harbor Freight one again, on a little stand that just got a little bit of storage underneath there. And then next to that, I keep my, let's move the stool out of the way. There's my planer. That lives on this cart, which is movable, rollable, wheelable, mobile, and some more junk piled up underneath there. Once again, probably going to put some drawers in here with priorities and projects to get done first. It's on a mobile cart, so I could roll it to here. And then this door opens up, of course, and move it to this side. and then I can feed it through because it's about here, so I can feed the boards through. I got to squeeze through here to get around it, and then feed them out the door, and then the dust shoots out the door as well and just coats the yard. Then when I'm done, I just wheel it and put it back. The lathe, and it's the Win 12-inch 3424T. My drawers that I've added in the video recently with the knobbies I turned. So there's one guy, this is where I do my sharpening, so all my lathe turning tools are here, and then the jigs for sharpening. And yes, it is low. My knee is just under this, so it is way low as far as that goes, but I have to, yes, bend down, do some sharpening, and then stand back up and do it away. But the nice thing for me is, let's see if I can set you down right here. Balance. Yeah, there we go. Is I lift up just a tad, push in this bar here, and it folds most of the way underneath. It won't go all the way underneath, but I mean, as you can see, it still sticks out decent amount because engineering and brains, I don't have very many of those. But when I'm turning, it's out of my way. I'm not going to be down at this end very often. I'm more over here, and it doesn't get in my way when I'm turning. Just for me, it works. All my lathe stuff, oil just for oiling the, it's dusty as hell again. And then OB Shine Juice I keep here. Just some random this week. I got my little sanding disc that I made for the lathe here, so I can sand on it. And then, like I said, the tools for turning. That is what these came in. They're yellow hammer turning tools. They work for me. It was a decent set. It was like $100 or something like that. There's a link in my Amazon store of basically everything. It does good. And I keep my mask here. It hangs on one of my first knobs I've ever made. First things I ever made on here. So it just hangs up right there. Always check, make sure no spiders live in it before you put them on. And then the speakers. There's that speaker. And that speaker there for the music. And that's about it for the shop. Keep my cleaning stuff here, which I need to do better of. Project in the middle of the floor. And let's take a step back. So we've got a 10 foot across this way, 12 foot this way shop. It does what I need. It is very cramped. You only have this small walkway here because the table saw and everything just takes up all the space there, but it's just me. I don't have employees, I don't have anything else, it's just me. So there's my dirty shop, guys. And thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. See anything around here that you think that I can do to help improve my flow in this small area, let me know. Comment below. And like I said, almost everything that I have in here you can find in the in my Amazon affiliate store. I don't know, I might get a small commission. I don't know yet. I haven't got a single thing from any of this stuff. But, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.